she said being a female star isn't easy, and Will's protective instincts make total sense, but John still wants to know. Why did Anna ask that we've known each other forever line on their first meeting? Turns out Will has some sort of psychic powers about Anna's life and says a man will sneak into her life. This man will hit her life like a ton of bricks, but hey, those mysterious words aren't going to mess with their feelings. Obviously, John's appearance is like a ray of sunshine in Anna's life, making her feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's a softness Anna's never felt before, like that long-lost spring breeze waking her heart up. But just when everything was going smoothly, Anna decided to hit the brakes. She thought things were moving too fast. In the corridor home, the silence was private yet super tense. Anne dropped the bomb that their crew was leaving tonight. Sean was like, "What? No silent goodbyes, please." So he followed her into the room, where the atmosphere got super steamy, and they leaned in and kissed as if the world was on fire. But right at that very moment, William suddenly knocked on the door and barged in, shattering the entire atmosphere. Nevertheless, the show must continue, with the curtain slowly rising. Anna strutted on stage like a dazzling swan, causing a thunderous applause, and John finally realized she's not only a knockout but a serious talent too. She quickly got into the zone, but hilariously, she decided to improvise her lines. The entire audience was utterly astonished, as if thinking, "Wait, what on earth just happened?" Everyone instinctively felt that Anna was going to mess things up, but she was completely engrossed in her emotions, eagerly wanting to tell her imaginary boyfriend something. Forgive me, I've never experienced such feelings before. Honestly, I'm really just rambling on. You led me on my very first step. Could I just find a way to tell you how much I've changed? I simply want you to know the sweetness you brought me is truly beyond words. Subtitles: I love you, John. Those 3 simple words convey far more than just emotions. It all stemmed from Anna's deep desire for love, making them both search for the one. Her performance didn't crash and burn, it unleashed all her emotions. John headed backstage while Anna was posing for some pics. The photographer was missing that killer shot of her until John showed up, and suddenly nothing else mattered. That's when John finally got the hotel photo's backstory, only to realize Will was lurking around with more threats. He rushed out of the theater and into a gazebo, where Will was exploding with anger like a cannonball. John got that this guy was obsessed with drama, so he made a win-win proposal. Will can take Anna on tour. Meanwhile, he stayed by Anna's side, but this suggestion once again crossed WILLIMS micro times each, translated as limits here for natural flow, and just as John was about to turn around and leave, he was ambushed by Will's goons. After the show, Anna couldn't find John anywhere and rushed back to her room. She planned to change and search for John, but guess who knocked? Well, this is the plot twist she hates. Subtitles: she was well aware that Will was involved in John's disappearance, and murmured, "Will, that move of yours is just too ruthless. I have to admit, he is way cuter than anyone I've met before. But still, he's not the one you're thinking of. I love him." Anna's obsession with love finally shattered Will's chains. Even before leaving, Will reminded Anna that the crew would leave in an hour. Don't wait till dawn to snap back into reality. John was rudely awakened by little horses. He dragged his tired self and slammed into the lantern on the next. He smashed through some glass to cut his ropes and rushed to Anna's room. But when he knocked, nobody answered. The hotel manager came in and sadly told John the crew was gone. John left helplessly. Arthur stood frozen at the hotel door, lost in the pain of separation. Just then, lost Anna finally spotted lonely John, as if it were written in the stars. They were like stars racing toward each other, determined to unite, even with thorns ahead. From that day on, the two began to weave their romantic tales in that hotel. Each heartfelt moment flowed like a gentle stream, dreaming of their beautiful future together. That pocket watch became the romantic keepsake, but Anna decided to gift John a brand new suit because his was totally outdated. She didn't care at all, excitedly stood up in the new suit, praising its craftsmanship. There was even a little coin pocket left. Was this a relic from the last century? Turns out, it's a coin dating back to 1979, yikes. After returning, John couldn't accept this fact and actually went back to the modern era all by himself. He rushed to his room, trying to travel through time again, but it was hopeless. Love vanished in an instant, as if it never existed. He wandered alone at the spot where they first met. The scenery looked the same, but his heart was a turbulent sea, memories flooding back.